What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Loading Podcast. My name is Arthur.
And my name is AJ.
But today is September 11th, 2019. And for those of you that do know, today is 9/11. 18 years ago, we had that devastating attack on the Twin Towers where a lot of people lost their lives, unfortunately. So today is just the day where we take the time to remember all those that have passed on and make sure that we don't forget them.
Yeah, for sure. As fellow New Yorkers, we deeply empathize. You know what I'm saying? We were both in New York when this happened.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, let's just remember them and, yeah, always keep them in our hearts.
Uh-huh.
But
as a Wednesday, as usual, that's always when we record. The show must go on.
The show must go on, and, that's not going to stop us from having a good time. Yo, how have you been?
I've been good. I'm chilling, dude. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, actually. I told this, I was actually, I have a tiny little story. So, yesterday when I got called into work, right? Yeah, there was, one of the tenants that I like to talk to when he comes back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was asking, how I was doing. And then when he asked me that, I was like, you know what? Things are actually going pretty good. Most of the time, I'm either, stressing about, work, family, school, any of those things. But right now, I'm in a place where everything is going relatively well. So it just feels, good. You know what I mean? It's weird to say because I'm always used to overthinking and just, stressing and worrying about all this type of stuff.
Yeah, dude. Honestly,
you know
I feel like I'm in a good place as well, and I'm glad you're also doing well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of that due to me has been just through meditation and just patience. You know what I'm saying? Patience is very key, especially when we are as young as we are. You know what I'm saying? We have so much time.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of time to just stay back and just appreciate everything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I've been on the meditation tip for a while. I don't know. I know you started it very recently, so I just want to ask you before we get into the topics, what has been your experience with meditation?
My experience with meditation so far has been a very positive one. I'm not gonna lie, it's come to a point where I sort of look forward to doing it now.
Really?
I'm not kidding. When I do it twice. I do it twice. One when I wake up, and then I do one before I go to bed. And at first, before you told me the whole affirmations thing, I would always just do it in complete silence, just to just block out any thoughts and then just sit there and relax.
Hold on. Before you continue,
Yes.
Hold that thought. I just want to explain what the affirmation is.
Yes,
For
please.
people who are not familiar with affirmations, this is a very strange topic to start a video game podcast on. Let me just say
We can delve outside of it.
we're gonna delve out of this, but I just want to just say that for those who do not know, I am affirmations are basically you can look it up on YouTube. They're basically telling you, say for instance you strive to be a doctor or you are a doctor, right? Mm-hmm. An affirmation would be something you put your headphones in, you listen to, and there's a person on the other end telling you, you are the best doctor in the world. You are the best Smash player in the world. You are gonna destroy everybody at Evo. You know what I'm saying? You are the best Fox main. You know what I'm saying? Or Banjo-Kazooie, whatever it is. That's what an affirmation is. And so after I told you about that, how do you feel your experience has changed after you started using affirmations to meditate?
Well, I will say it's not a drastic change. You know what I mean? It's not I listen to affirmations and I'm automatically just change my my whole perspective and view on everything. Be oh, I am gonna be the best Smash player. I'm not gonna go up to freaking Evo next day and destroy the competition. But I will say it definitely helps out, especially for me in my self-confidence department. You know what I mean? Because it's you know me at this point. When it comes to self-confidence, I tend to just be yeah, I'm not that good, even though everyone tells me, oh, you're not that bad. I'm yeah, I'm trash. But the affirmations have definitely helped me see, you're not bad. You're you can do this.
Yeah, because
just believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm, exactly. The thing about a lot of people who try meditation is they'll try sitting in darkness, and it won't do anything for them, right? A lot of people say you just need to focus on your breathing, but a lot of people find it very difficult to just focus on their breathing and just stay in one position. That's the affirmations are to help, because in order to finally focus on your breathing, you can focus on the affirmations, which will then in turn help you focus on your breathing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I found that to be very helpful for me as well. I've been meditating, not as much as I should be, honestly, but yeah, definitely has been a positive experience overall for me.
Yes, I will also say one thing real quick. Like, for some reason, I just don't get mad at things anymore. Or like, I shouldn't say that. I just don't get upset at things as easily as much.
Talk to me, man.
Especially like you already know me when it comes to games. When I play like multiplayer games, I get freaking tilted as fuck easily. Like, ever since I started meditating, I think it was like almost 2 weeks now.
Okay.
Almost 2 weeks, or I think it was like a week and a half. Yeah, I just do not like get upset. Like, I finally understood when you say like, oh, why are you getting mad at a video game, my guy? And I'm like, you know what? You're right. Why am I getting upset at all this? Like, it's unnecessary. But don't get me wrong, I still get upset every now and then because that's just how I am as a person.
That's just in your nature, you know what I'm saying? I get mad at video games every now and again too, but like I don't like, it's not a consistent thing with me.
But like, that's definitely decreased, and you know what? That's great.
And
it's just great.
Let me ask you this. So this last say like 2 weeks or so, has this been your first experience ever meditating?
My first experience ever meditating consistently. Consistently, because before then I would try it because my cousin she practices yoga and meditating and all that kind of stuff. So I tried it, and every time I would try it, I would always put it off and then just forget about it, and then I would do it like maybe another 2 or 3 months afterwards. But doing it consistently, you start to see the benefits, and you start to see why people meditate. So this is my first time doing it consistently, and overall, it's just been a positive experience. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, so if anyone's listening to this and they're interested in meditation at all, we're not usually the type of guys who give out meditation advice, but I would recommend, if you are interested in that, check out this channel called Spiritual Soul. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He's a great YouTuber, makes a lot of good content, and yeah, that's about it, dude. Yeah. I did not expect to start this podcast off in this way.
Listen, self-improvement and self-enlightenment. That's the great way to start up a podcast about gaming and anime. Am I right?
Exactly. But, all right, I think we've talked about that enough, right?
Yes. Can I just mention the first thing we're going to talk about, right? What in God's name?
Okay, wait. So before we introduce this, because I feel like we haven't fully transitioned away from this yet. Mm-hmm. This is going to be the most weird... It's going to be the weirdest topic to talk about, just going off of meditation. Mm-hmm. Why do we even put this first on our list? I don't even know.
Because it deserves mentioning first out of everything else. Like, alright, let me just say this right now. Any two things that you can think of that do not match probably isn't as bad as what we're about to mention. That has just recently been announced or leaked or whatever it is.
Talk to me. So what's going on?
Alright, so you know the Colonel Sanders, right? From KFC.
Yeah, KFC.
Alright, everyone loves KFC. Well,
I mean,
it's a decent chicken place.
Alright.
Yeah. But you know the Colonel at some point. You know the Colonel. Alright, so yo, for my anime fans out there, right? You know visual novels and dating simulators, right? So what if I told you we put the two together?
You mean to tell me the Colonel from KFC.
The Colonel from KFC.
Inside of a dating simulator.
Inside of a dating simulator.
That looks anime as hell.
That looks anime as hell. And it's a real thing on their official YouTube page.
And it's coming to Steam. Yo, okay, so
ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you, let me get the title of this real quick, because I still have this tab open, I think. It was, yes, I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. So, what do you have to say about this?
One, why? Just why? Just why? Really, that's my only question.
Just why?
I don't really like. This is not the type of game I'm obviously interested in, but we just felt the need to put it on here just because this seems so.
This is so out of the blue, so bizarre, so weird, for lack of a better term. Like, would you really expect a dating simulator from KFC?
Okay, see. There's a lot of different layers to that question you just asked me, and I'm going to start dissecting this by this, right?
Okay.
Now, there have been a lot of fast food video games before.
Yes, that
JonTron did a whole, I believe, 2 videos about that.
Yes.
Right? So, there have been a lot of fast food video games, but this is the first time I've seen such an interesting take, I guess you can say, on a fast food icon.
Yes.
Why would they just put him in here? I'm very confused. I'm thoroughly confused.
You see, all right, now I don't know if this relates to this being made, but from what I've heard that KFC is actually quite popular in Japan.
Really now?
I'm not kidding. Like, I think that KFC was it's really popular in Japan. Hold on, if I can actually find it real quick.
Okay, I think this is starting to make sense now. If this is like a huge phenomenon in Japan, I can probably understand why they would want to do something that would appeal to the Japanese and I guess some of the Western audience too, because a lot of the Western people are weebs.
All right. So I was able to find something, right, where, yes, apparently Japan is obsessed with KFC.
Well, that's from 2012.
Yeah, but I think it still stands to this day. But apparently on Christmas, it's very, very popular. And I think just overall, the brand itself sits well with a lot of Japanese residents. I can't exactly explain why. Like, the only reason I can think of it is that maybe they're just not used to the whole American fried chicken kind of deal.
But hold on now. Wait a second. Did they scroll down just a little bit? Did they turn the did they turn him into an Asian man? Am I bugging? Am I seeing this properly?
Hold on, I think. No, that's you're seeing it right.
I don't even want to put this on the screen right now. This is just. It's actually just kind of funny, to be honest with you.
Oh my lord! But yeah, going back to what I was trying to say, that's the only reason why I would assume KFC could actually pull this off.
Don't get us wrong. We're not actually very invested into this game. We're not gonna try it.
We're probably we're not gonna.
We just decided to put this out here because this just seems so outlandish.
Exactly, and it's funny. It's just funny to me. Honestly. This is a real thing. This is something that you would tell your friends back in maybe 2010, and if you were a real weeb, yo, what if Colonel Sanders had a dating simulator, right? And then 9 years later, it's a real thing. In fact, who's actually making this is what I'm more curious about. Wait, there's an actual find out more on this.
Oh, there's the Steam page.
Oh my god, there's a Steam page. It comes out September 24th.
Oh my goodness, dude.
September 24th is going to be the day it's going to be the day that greatness befalls on us.
Wait, so tell me. All right, so wait, this game is 2 gigabytes?
Oh, Jesus.
What kind of dating sim is 2 gigs?
We've seen the video. We've seen the animation quality and how needlessly and ridiculously good it has any right to be.
Yeah, but you know how they do. I'm assuming that's probably just going to be the opening cutscene, and then you're not going to see any type of animation again.
It's going to be this all game. You see Colonel Sanders right there? Yeah, that's going to be him all game.
Wait. Let me see the features.
All right.
9 playable characters.
Multiple hours of
Can I play as a drumstick, and can I seduce the Colonel?
Oh, that's disturbing.
Yo, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for putting that imagery in your mind.
Yo, you're gonna make love to your food.
Well, hey, that probably wouldn't be. All right, I'm not gonna.
All right, moving on.
Someone has done that.
Dateable Colonel Sanders. Obviously, if I couldn't date the Colonel, why the hell would I be playing
ending,
this?
secret recipes.
Ooh, double
cooking battles.
What is this? Shokugeki no Soma all of a sudden.
Battles.
Earn a degree from a fictional culinary school.
11 herbs and spices.
Cute miniature food. And officially created by KFC. Wait, what? That's a lie.
No, look, the publisher is KFC, dude.
Actually done.
Do you see that?
The company's publishing this. And it's the developers from Psyop, who's made 2 other games according to Steam. Kismet and Camp W.
And they were all last year. They all came out last year, right?
Yeah. Oh, man. No, they came out Kismet came out 2016. Camp W came out 2018.
Oh, okay. So I could see that.
Third game under their belts, apparently. So, yeah. Hey, I'm just expecting this. I want my fried chicken to have the anime eyes, and just call me senpai.
And the
That's what I expect.
what do they call those markings on your face? Like when someone gets really red in the face.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
I can't explain it though.
Yeah, I don't know the actual name for that.
Even though I just did, but yeah.
Yeah, but I don't even.
All right, I feel like we spend way too much time talking about this damn dating simulator.
It's a thing. That's all that has to be said. Oh my god. But anyway, moving on from weird topics, we're gonna go into a real game.
We're gonna go in, real game now.
Real game now. And a lot of controversy that if it already didn't have controversy, it definitely has a lot of controversy now.
Okay, yeah, so before we even start this, let me just preface this by saying in my free time, I just write down ideas that I would like to talk about in the podcast. If there's ever like a slow news day going on, like today, or you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. But one of the things I had written down was yearly releases in video games in a correlation to a lack of polish. And that was a few weeks ago, and this week, I believe it was this week or last week, 2k20 just came out, and the aftermath has been just
awful.
Yeah,
it's just
the
been
fallout
terrible.
was just been, the reception to this whole game was just not looking good.
All right, well, first off, let me just say that it got completely review bombed, rightfully so, I will say, on a lot of major review sites. Steam, Metacritic, a whole bunch of reviewers just come out saying, like, you know, this is not good. Do not spend your money. And for very good reasons. Like, we've already talked about the whole gambling that's in the game. The whole pay-to-win model that they have.
The casino,
the gambling once again.
microtransactions.
The incentive to buy packs to get your favorite players into, like, I don't know, what is it, your My Team or whatever it is. And it basically incentivizes people to, you know, spend money on this. And it's rated E for everyone. So, you know, children can spend their hard-earned money. If it's not on V-Bucks, it's going to be on this game. You know what I mean? But then, if that wasn't bad enough, there have been reports of multiple visual bugs and errors, loading screens that have spanned up to 12 hours. I am not kidding. If you thought the loading screens in Sonic 06 were bad, this game makes Sonic 06 feel like a PS6 title.
Oh yeah, also not to mention that there have been reports of people who have spent money on this game losing all the VC in their 2K account. They've lost their My Players, they've lost, you know what I'm saying, a lot of things. And
I've also heard of there was a problem where I don't know if this goes with the regular gameplay or if it's in My Player, but apparently when you get like a perfect shot, it doesn't work.
Really? Okay, so these are all things, not all of them, but a lot of these things that we just mentioned were things that were issues in previous 2K games as well, right?
Yes. And then, like, the game overall just doesn't feel like a step forward in terms of what the other games have done already.
Yeah, and this is a very weird predicament that 2K is in right now because, well, for one, the majority of people who buy 2K only buy it because it's 2K, it's a basketball game, and 2K really has a monopoly on the entirety of the basketball simulators right now.
Yeah, the only other company used to be EA with their live series.
They haven't dropped live in like 2 or so years. 2 or so years, I believe. So pretty much they have a monopoly on the basketball simulator right now.
And the thing just overall with sports games in general, like this goes for NBA, Madden, FIFA, MLB too, like all of these games, like at its core, it's still just the sport. You know what I mean?
And so a lot of basketball fans, they just want to play basketball in the video game.
Yeah.
But they only have one option, and that's 2K.
They have only 2K. And then a lot of them just go for the newer ones. You know what I like, all right, I'll say this personally, like, and me and you can literally agree on this. We'll buy one 2K game per generation. Yeah,
that is true. All right, and I can tell you the ones I bought. I bought 2K8 in like 2012 for like $2. And then I bought 2K15 for PS4 when that came out. And those are the only 2K games I've ever bought.
I've only ever had two 2K games. One was 2K6, which was all the way. I forgot. I think it was back when the PS2 was still a thing.
Jesus, okay.
I've had that, and I bought it for $4 back in
2K6 came out in 2005.
Yeah.
You were like 7, dog.
You see, I was in that phase where I would literally just buy anything if I thought it was good. So I bought that, and then I didn't wait until 14 was it? That 2K15 came out?
2014, yeah.
Yeah,
So.
and that's when I bought it. And you know what? I'm perfectly happy with that.
Yeah,
Because
I can go back and play 2K15, and it'll still be the same as 2K20 or whatever.
Yeah, because let me explain. Like, what do they have in the new games?
They apparently they added the WNBA.
Yay!
But you cannot create a female my player though.
Aww.
You cannot do my career as a female.
Uh-huh.
They just put it in there just for the play now option.
All right, let me ask you something then. Couldn't the WNBA for one be added in an already existing 2K game? Like forget 2K, right? In a normal like video game.
You mean patched in?
Yeah, like patched in. Couldn't they have just added that in like a big update kind of thing? You know what I mean?
But you know what I'm saying? They need something to put in for the next game. They need to, have the female my players and have the girls in the park for the next game. They have to have a selling point, right?
Yeah, they have to have a selling point because their original one with gambling isn't gonna work.
Yeah, it's awful. I will. Let's just sum it up by saying this in general. If you don't like how a game series is looking and you continue to buy that game every single year, you're a part of the problem. Mm-hmm. Because the only way you can get these companies to change is to vote with your wallet.
Yes.
Vote with your dollar. Do not give them your dollar. Do not give them your money for your VC. Mm-hmm. I don't care how badly you want your fucking my player to be a 99 overall. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Vote with your wallet.
Like, please, for the love of everything. Like, I understand it's a new 2K game. And I know that 2K really is the only series that you can play basketball games like this. But this is unacceptable. This is literally 2K19 with a little bit more gameplay mechanics and microtransactions out the ass. That's basically what it is to me. Like,
also, can we speak about these microtransactions, though? Why are there so many microtransactions in a game that's rated E for everyone, where you have kids going onto this game, spending their mommy and daddy's credit cards on some goddamn VC so they can be at 99 overall?
Yeah, exactly. Like, even in Fortnite, at least you're spending it to get a skin you'll keep. At least you'll get like a pickaxe you're gonna keep.
Oh yeah, because in the next 2K you're gonna have to do that shit all over again.
All over again. None of your stats transfer over. You're gonna have to do the grind all over again, and the grind in 2K20 is even worse than before, from what I've heard.
Yeah, nothing carries over. Not your stats, not your badges, not your you know what I'm saying, not skins, but customizations. You can get customizations on your my player. None of that carries over. None of your badges. None of that. So.
It just sucks, like, honestly. And I know people are gonna buy regardless. There's gonna be people that are like, "Yo, 2K, I gotta get the new title." You know what I mean?
If you continue to buy it after this, at least know what you're getting into.
Yeah, at least like if you can just hear from us, like, our final verdict. It's basically like 2K19, just with a hell of a lot more pay-to-win practices and just slightly updated gameplay features that don't even work. So yeah, do what you will with your money. It's definitely not worth $60, I'll tell you that much.
And I feel like this is a good thing that people are upset.
Yes.
But you want to know the really crazy thing is 2K is a business. They already got your dollar. You bought the game already. They don't care. They got the money already. So it's like, oh my god, 2K, this is awful. But like, you're still gonna buy the next one. You still bought this one.
They know
you're probably gonna buy VC for this one too, and you're probably gonna buy VC for the next one as well. So it's like,
yeah, that's how they do it.
People complain, but they don't want to change anything.
Yeah,
they don't want to.
The same people that say like, oh my god, why do I have to pay so much just to get my character 99? Oh my god, why is it that there's so many glitches? Are the same people that probably already spent like $40 just to get their character up to that level, and also are the same people that either they complain about it, but then they still play the game as if nothing happened. They go on my part, be like, yo, what's up, people, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't think this is the peak of the controversy though. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. The peak of the controversy is going to be 2K is going to come out with this whole big apology statement. They're gonna probably remove a couple features from the game, and then in the next 2-3 months they're gonna put it back in the game, and no one's gonna care anymore.
Yeah.
Because that's how it usually goes.
They're going to let it slide. They're just going to be like, oh, okay, online's not working, all this stuff is happening. Just give it a little bit of time. Let the fire just die down a little bit, and then we'll be able to, come in and be like, oh, we fixed some things like 4 months later. You guys can play it now without no problem, and then everyone will just be like, yay, thank you, 2K, you finally listened. After 4 or 5 months,
and then the same thing happens the next year.
Same thing's gonna happen.
It's a cycle, but yeah,
it's a bad cycle. But hey, we can't prevent this.
I feel like that's a good place to end it off.
Yeah,
that was a good discussion.
That was.
All right, so next topic. Let's see. All right, so another off the cuff idea, Lucy, that was thrown around. Mm-hmm. Like we said, there really isn't much news. We really covered all the news in gaming.
And by all news in gaming, we're talking about news that is worth mentioning.
And is relevant to us.
Relevant to us and probably relevant to you guys. You know what I mean? Unless you want to hear about, how would you say, World of Warcraft backpacks?
Never played it, so not really that interested. But our next topic is we're going to be talking about, we're going to do 2 separate lists right now, right? So we're going to do a list about the favorite games on the PS4 and Switch.
Yes.
So
Xbox, I'm sorry, but you're gonna be cut out for this one.
Yeah, we don't have Xboxes. We can't really speak on that, and also they don't have games. But no, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. They don't have.
Get triggered.
Xbox has games. They just don't have a lot of great.
They don't have a lot of must-have. I need to buy an Xbox to play this game type of game.
Yeah, no, Xbox. We Xbox fans. We trolling y'all, but we love y'all too.
We were 360 users.
No,
we are
Xbox fans. I would still say I'm an Xbox fan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to this day, I would.
Even though I don't own one, but
it's more for me. It's if I ever get an Xbox One, I would enjoy it.
I mean, why would you get an Xbox One now?
No, I'm talking about if someone gave it to me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it because I already have a PS4.
They're probably gonna get pissed off at what I just said. Why would you buy Xbox One now though? No, let me explain. New consoles is right around the corner. What's the point? You know what I'm saying? What's really the point?
Mm-hmm. We already explained, I think earlier before, that Microsoft just has to, just get their exclusive game up, and just offer things that other consoles don't.
Oh, also, side note before we move on to this list.
Yes.
Because we're also going to be doing this off the cuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
What was I going to say? Oh, side note. We also just want to mention that I haven't played a bunch of games on my Switch. I've only had my Switch for about 2-3 months. So
actually, yeah, it's about that much.
Yeah. So mostly this Switch list is going to be Arthur. So which one would you like to start with first? The Xbox or the Switch? I mean, PlayStation or the Switch?
Let's pretend this isn't here right now. But first, let's talk about something that we both can talk about. PS4. If we just finished Xbox, might as well talk about PS4. So out of the games that you've played on PS4, what would you say are some of your favorite?
Oh, okay. So I got 2 off rip that I know are in my top 5, and this is in no particular order. Mm-hmm. We might revisit this and then put them in a particular order if we decide to change something down the line. But right now, I got Spider-Man.
Okay.
So it's definitely in there.
All right, fair enough.
Amazing game. Amazing game. Another game, God of War. Awesome. Incredible game.
Mm-hmm. I know, personally, I would have to rank the Yakuza games as one of them. Yakuza 0, Kiwami.
But were they originally... Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But were they originally released on the PS4?
Yes, they were originally released on PS4. They just moved to PC, afterwards. So technically, they are still, on the PS4. So I'm going to say that, yes. What else I could say? God of War was definitely a great one. Spider-Man was a great one.
Oh, let me throw something in there that you might not agree with, but I'm going to throw in The Witcher 3.
The Witcher 3.
I'm going to throw in The Witcher 3 as one of my top 5.
All right. I can't agree with you because I just haven't played enough of it. That's my biggest thing. The game is just so... You have to dedicate yourself to playing that game.
I'll put an asterisk on The Witcher 3 because I did not beat The Witcher 3, but I put a lot of hours into that game. Mm-hmm. And I'm still far from finishing that game.
It's a long game,
but it's really good. It's really good.
It's great. From what I've heard, it's like a great RPG, but oof, the amount of time you need in order to devote yourself to doing that, oof. It's definitely worth it if you have that time. What else for PS4? I would have to say Uncharted was definitely a good one. Uncharted 4.
4? Did you play 4?
Yes.
How'd you like that one?
It wasn't that bad. It actually wasn't that bad. I did put it down, I think, near the end, which I don't know why. I think it's just I got tired of the genre because I was playing a whole bunch of Tomb Raider before that. But Uncharted 4 definitely great game. What else I could say? Fucking Rayman. You remember Rayman Legends?
I do remember.
Definitely putting that up there. Literally the first PS4 game I got back in 2014. It's crazy to think about now. Man, 5 years afterwards. That's crazy. Let me see. Any other games that I could think of?
You know what? I'll go ahead and I'll throw Overwatch in there too. Why not?
Throw in Overwatch?
Yeah. It was a good game, you know what I'm saying? For the first, the community was really good. Very strong, I would say, when the game first came out in 2016. And it stayed strong until maybe about the end of 2017. Probably even midway to 2018.
Yeah, I'd say midway 2018 because that's when my Overwatch, experience sort of was like it died down.
Yeah, exactly. That's you pretty much summed it up. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really play it that often now though, but hey.
Yeah, another one, Grand Theft Auto 5, but that one's like it's like an all system game. You know what I mean? But I know I've had a hell of a lot of fun with it on PlayStation 4.
That is true. It's a very good game, but I don't know if I would count. I don't know if I would put that on my list just because it launched on 360 and PS3.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I would.
But then again, The Last of Us also launched on PS3, and that's a really fucking good game.
That's a great game. Oh my god, that's such a good game. I'm trying to think of any other PlayStation 4 exclusives actually, because there's a ton of them, but they're just escaping my mind right now. Let me see.
Oh, let me also mention this one right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you already mentioned Uncharted.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna throw in a fighter in there.
A fighter.
I don't know if I want to do this, but a part of me wants to throw in MK10.
MK10?
Or X, whatever the fuck.
10? Wait, the other one that came out before, right?
Yeah,
the one. You could just say Mortal Kombat 10.
I really liked that game when it came out. Yeah, I really did.
Definitely not a bad one. I remember we had a lot of fucking rage moments from me with your fucking Ermac, I swear, and Devora and her little claw shits. That was freaking annoying. I would say Street Fighter, but I haven't played enough of it to really enjoy it. It's definitely a great game now and a great fighter, and it's definitely improved with time, but I can't say too much of it.
Did we get 5 in? What did I say? I said Spider-Man. Fuck.
Spider-Man, Witcher 3.
Witcher 3.
God of War.
God of War, yes.
Speaking of God of War.
Overwatch,
yes.
And MK10, yeah. So I got 5, yeah.
All right, so then I would say, personally, God of War, Uncharted 4, Spider-Man. Yes, definitely Spider-Man. Let me see what else. What else did I say? Yakuza series, technically.
Oh.
What's up?
Let me see. Let me guess your last one.
Uh-huh.
Would you throw Titanfall 2 in there?
I played Titanfall 2 on PC, not PS4.
But it is on PS4.
It is on PS4. It's a great game. But I wouldn't say like it's great. Like it was that good to the point where it's like one of my favorite games.
Okay. That was just a guess though.
Yeah.
Just a guess. But what do you say? You got one more.
Ooh, I think I'll just
Final Fantasy 15.
Oh yes, I forgot about Final Fantasy 15.
I guessed it.
Yes,
that's right,
yes,
motherfuckers.
I have to say Final Fantasy 15. Oh, okay, thank you. I was about to say wait, there was one game that I know is gonna be on that list. But yes, those are probably gonna be my 5. Now, from PS4 to Switch.
We're gonna switch the consoles.
All right, I don't ever.
I'm sorry for that pun. I apologize.
Never do that again.
All right, fuck it. All right, so what are your favorite Switch games? I can't speak much because I don't have that many Switch games yet. But should I just get my favorite ones out the way real quick? Because I don't have enough for a top 5 because I don't even think I own 5 games on that bitch. But hey, I will say some of my favorite games on the Switch. Smash Bros. I don't own it, but I played it a whole lot. Mm-hmm. Amazing game. Legend of Zelda. I beat that game. I don't own it, but a great game. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Definitely, I would also throw what else? See, here's the thing. I have a lot of indie games on the Switch. I don't have a lot of like first party Nintendo system sellers. You know what I'm saying? That's the part where I'm at. But I would say a great game on the Switch is Bayonetta 2. Mm-hmm. Another great game I would also say is indie game Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's really good. Great. If you love like Metroidvania type dungeon crawler esque kind of games. Mm-hmm. Good game. That's about all I got right now.
All right, so 2 that are immediately gonna go on there. First off is Smash Bros. You already know when it comes to Smash Bros. I love the series, and Ultimate is great. Ultimate is just great, and the other game, which is a new edition, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. For whatever reason, I cannot put that game down. That game is I love Fire Emblem before, but 3 Houses in general is just great. The game, I have so much fun playing that game, honestly.
You just beat it recently, right?
Yeah, and I'm doing another playthrough.
Great. All right, so what else?
Let me see. Breath of the Wild is definitely a great one. It was the first game I got on the Switch, and boy, that experience was amazing. 4th, I would have to put Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey, like, I shit you not, the ending actually made me cry.
Really now?
And I will say why. It's because the ending basically like helped me remember why I've been playing Mario for so long. The amount of good memories, the amount of time that it's helped me to just cope with a whole bunch of stuff. It just brought all that together in the credit scene to the point where I literally cried of joy. Being like, damn.
God damn.
We're in 2018.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right. What's your 5th one then?
My 5th one, I would have to say Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Okay. All right.
I'd say that. There's a whole bunch of other games that I'm playing right now. There's Ritual of the Night, which is a great Metroidvania game from the creators of Symphony of the Night from Castlevania.
Talk about that game you want to talk about. I know it. Come on.
All right.
The one next to it.
Damn right, yo. It was on Kickstarter, and I was a huge fan of it, and I was paying attention to when it was getting updated.
What is it called?
It's called Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
No, the game next to it.
Oh.
That I know you really wanted to mention as well.
Blasphemous.
What is that game about?
All right. I'm going to tell you right now. Think Castlevania mixed with Dark Souls in a 2D Metroidvania game that takes place in early Spanish churches. And is gory as fuck. With a beautiful 32-bit art style. The sprite quality is amazing.
It's funny you say 32-bit. I was about to say that sounds exactly like an NES game or SNES game I played before.
But yeah, it's if you ever play Hollow Knight, you know the whole Metroidvania type game. It's basically like that mixed with a whole bunch of stuff from Dark Souls that gives you that vibe. Like, you know, you have to defeat enemies to collect experience, and then when you die, you basically have to go back to that point to make sure you don't lose all of that. Well, it doesn't really work like that, but it has a general premise. You'll have health potions that you have to restore to go to like bonfires or these church sigils, whatever they like to call them. Besides that, yeah, it's very good. It's from what I've played so far. I haven't beat the game yet. I'm in the middle of beating it. It came out yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
But yeah,
I think that's our list.
Yeah,
that's our list, guys. And we're coming up on the 39-minute mark.
Yeah, I actually didn't think we would get up to this point.
I know, right? But I feel like now is a good place to wrap it up.
Yes. It may have been dry in terms of gaming news, but I think the topics that we did cover,
we're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
So definitely good.
Let's wrap it up now.
All right.
So if you enjoyed this podcast, definitely, wherever you listen to this, give us a 5-star rating if you can on Apple Podcasts. Definitely, if you can rate it anywhere else, rate us 5 stars. Remember, you can also check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, and anywhere else you listen to podcasts. Also, the video version comes out
every
Saturday
at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
As a live premiere. And you will find us there, you know, just chilling, hanging out, enjoying hanging out with you guys. By all means, come in, everyone is welcome. And you know, if you like the video version, drop a like and also subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? So you can see more of this stuff.
Definitely, absolutely. Social media is my at everything Aaron Ryder, ARANRYDER. I repeat, ARANRYDER.
And you can find my social medias under Arthur ASP, ARTHUR_ASP. You will usually find me in a Zelda shirt because I absolutely love the series.
Great.
Yeah. I'm kidding.
All right, I think that's been about it.
Yeah, I think that has been about everything.
All right, guys. Well, if you enjoyed it, you already know what to do. My name is AJ.
And my name is Arthur.
And this has been the Loading Podcast, episode 12.
We shall see you guys on episode 13.
All right, guys. Take care.